Welcome back to Weekly Spiel. Welcome back to Weekly Spiel. Yada yada blah blah blah. Yada yada blah blah blah. It's time for Margaret's Weekly Spiel. Greetings and salutations. Welcome to day 2 of Welcome back to Weekly Spiel. I'm Margaret Franklin, and today is Tuesday, May the 4th. Happy Star Wars Day. May the 4th be with you. Different shirt, different day. Yesterday I was wearing my Due to the Clown t-shirt, which is getting pretty old and beat up. It had a few holes that I had to mend. I know I've got many, many more t-shirts that are in better condition, but my Due to the Clown shirt is one of my favorites. And this is my weirdest Kiss t-shirt. Talk about anachronisms. Ace and Peter weren't even in the band during the Hot in the Shade tour. In fact, this was during those years when Kiss was not wearing makeup. They dropped the makeup, I believe, in 1983, shortly after, just before they released their Lick It Up album, when, at that point, Vinnie Vincent and Eric Carr were in the band, instead of Peter Criss and Ace Frehley. And, of course, they were the last members of Kiss to create their own makeup design. Eric was the fox, and Vinnie Vincent was the Egyptian wizard with the ankh on his face. Anyway, you will notice that I finally finished my carousel scene for my quilt with all my scenes from the coloring book. This is one of my favorite masterpieces ever, and yes, that's me, the crazy blue-haired freak in the Kiss t-shirt, flailing around with art utensils in both hands and feet. And when I took a picture of this, I actually put a dime or a few coins along here to give you an idea of how tiny all these little creatures are and all the details. Like, here is a little orange cat with a fish in its mouth. Fun fact, all Denzel cats were carrying something in their mouths. Usually a fish, sometimes a bird, very rare occasions a squid or even a crab. All the carousel cats on the Denzel carousel are carrying a fish in their mouths. And I'm especially proud of this carousel because of all the teeny little landscapes in the rounding boards. There's the Egyptian pyramids. I know it's kind of blurry this close up. And I have a windmill and 3 different little landscapes with happy little trees here. And here you see a St. Bernard with a barrel around his neck, a lion, unicorn, hippocampus. Well, you see a variety of different animals on most of these carousels, even though some, like this one and this one, are just horses. These are all pastel color horses, like the one in Staten Island. And of course, this is my shameless plug. Some little Mr. Ed related humor here. And well, today's been an interesting day. The guy downstairs has been yelling and screaming on and off. I've just learned to turn it out. Most of the time he sounds like Charlie Brown's school teacher, blah, 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 blah. And today Dave mailed our application for government subsidized housing. They claim that there's an 8 to 10 year waiting list, but we could get lucky. I am really proud of the letter that I wrote explaining our situation. I mentioned that I have autism and I am bipolar, and so far I've never been able to qualify for disability. And we are paying now for a 2-bedroom what the average bachelor apartment goes for if you're lucky. So we're hoping that we get a house with rent geared to our income or lack thereof. My quilt could really use a celebrity endorsement. It kind of sucks that there's been no shows or sales lately, but I'm hoping that that will all change within the next few months. I won't know anything about Market Squared until July the 1st, and I won't know anything about anything until anytime soon. Even the Carousel Convention is up in the air because of travel restrictions between the Canada-US border. May have to give it a pass for another year in a row. But next year's convention is going to be in San Francisco. Oh, I'm looking forward to that because there's a few bucket list places on there, including the museum, like the children's museum that has that amazing Louvre carousel, and I forget what all else is there. I know there's a carousel museum, but they've been in the middle of relocating. But this year we're supposed to go to Rochester, and they they've had a wonderful project in Buffalo with this riverfront carousel, a Herschel Spillman, that is going to be solar powered. And tomorrow Jeanette's going to be coming over for a while. We're going to watch the Ugly Dolls movie, and maybe we will watch Blues Brothers again. Man, that was a great movie. These guys are the total epitome of resilience and nonchalance. Their building gets blowed up. They just stand up and shake off the bricks and walk away like nothing happened. They get blown up in a phone booth. The thing takes off like a rocket ship. They come down crashing, and they're like, oh, look at all this loose change. That is inspiring. When their building blew up, most people were probably killed or at least horrendously depressed at the prospect of being homeless. I hope that doesn't happen to us. Well, God won't let it. He's been good to us before. Imagine the things that we've survived. The Blues Brothers got themselves in and out of all kinds of trouble with the police. And Jeanette and I, when we lived in Toronto, we literally sang our way out of a parking ticket. I'll never forget. Because our stupid agent scammed Jeanette out of her car and didn't change the license plate. So, of course, Jeanette got nailed with all these illegal parking tickets. And we had to write a very loquacious and lengthy spiel on explaining what we were going through and why we were in this situation. And in order to prove that we weren't putting them on, we actually sang for the police chief. And that was probably the highlight of our former music career. I went on to do some solo stuff in the years to follow, and after seeing this Blues Brothers movie, I'd be inspired to put together a band. Anyway, that's about all I can think about to talk about for now. I don't want to be too loquacious, so I know I'm not viral or anything. I don't even like the sound of my own voice, but I like to let people know what's going on in my life and show people my artwork and bring a little color and fun into the world. So that's all for now, and thank you for watching Weekly Spiel. Bye-bye, be back soon. Thanks for watching Weekly Spiel.